Imagine opening your phone, notifications buzzing non-stop, timelines filled with the same photo, and in less than 5 minutes, the entire internet is electrified. There's no official announcement, no press conference, just one simple moment. Sukai standing side by side with Tan Songyun. But it's precisely that simplicity that makes everyone pause, and then explode with speculation. Because there's something different. Something that feels too real to be mere coincidence. Netizens are starting to notice small details that might be overlooked by the average person. The way they walk at the same pace, the almost non-existent distance between them, and the unconventional facial expressions, like two people who have long been accustomed to understanding each other without words. There's no acting. There's no celebrity formality. Instead, it looks like a couple who've been together for years. In the entertainment world, the public is accustomed to chemistry deliberately cultivated for the promotion of a drama or film. But this time it's different. Body language doesn't lie. When someone reflexively turns to check the person next to them is okay, it's not something they learn in a matter of days. It's a habit born of emotional closeness. What fueled the situation was their silence. There was no quick clarification from management. No firm denial. No, we're just friends statement. In fact, that lack of response fueled the rumors, which spread like wildfire. Netizens know, in this industry, silence often speaks louder than words. Some fans began recalling old moments. Interviews from years ago that seemed casual now seemed different. Light-hearted banter that was once considered professional now seemed like secret codes. Even brief glances at previous public events were being reanalyzed frame by frame. It was as if scattered puzzle pieces had finally come together. On the other hand, there were also skeptics. They asked if this was just a coincidence, if the public was jumping to conclusions too quickly. But even the most rational person found it hard to ignore the aura radiating. There was a comfort that wasn't feigned. There was a warmth that couldn't be faked by a camera. This phenomenon demonstrated one important point. Humans are highly sensitive to authentic emotional connections. We can sense when two people have a real connection, even without concrete proof. And perhaps that's why this moment felt so jarring, because the public wasn't just seeing two celebrities, but two individuals who seemed to belong together. Within hours, the topic dominated platforms. Comments poured in from across the country. Some cheered, some were shocked, and some were even heartbroken. Such extreme reactions only happen when public figures wield significant emotional influence over their fans. And clearly, these two had that. Interestingly, many fans were saying the same thing. If it's true, they're a perfect match. That simple phrase came up again and again, not because of the rumors, but because of the seemingly harmonious aura. It was as if they complemented each other naturally. Some entertainment analysts even called this a rare example of how a public image can change in a single, spontaneous moment. No major marketing strategy required. No media campaign required. Just one genuine appearance together was enough to shake the perceptions of millions. But beneath all the speculation, there's a human side that's often overlooked. Celebrities are human too. They have private lives, feelings, and choices that they might not want to share publicly. The pressure of the spotlight can be overwhelming, especially when every move is overly analyzed. Still, it's hard to deny that this moment has a powerful dramatic appeal. People love stories, especially stories about the possibility of love in the real world, not just on screen. And when two popular figures are seen to have a deep emotional connection, the collective imagination goes into overdrive. Some even said their aura was like that of a married couple. Not literally, but in the energy of a mature closeness. There was no awkwardness, no overly perfect effort. It was the simplicity of the interaction that made it feel so real. In a world saturated with image, authenticity is a rare thing. And when the public senses it, the reaction can be profound. Perhaps that's what's happening now. It's not just a relationship rumor, but a response to something that feels honest. As time passes, the biggest question remains, is this just a coincidence, or is there a story yet to be told? Netizens continue to wait. Every new movement will be analyzed. Every appearance will be scrutinized. The mystery remains unsolved. What's clear is that one fleeting moment has managed to create a massive ripple across the internet. It demonstrates how powerful visual perception can be in public opinion. Sometimes a single glance can be worth 1,000 words. Regardless of the truth behind it, this incident has created a narrative that lives on in the minds of many. A possibility, a hope, a curiosity that keeps the public talking. And the longer the footage and photos circulate, the more new details are discovered. Netizens zoom in, slow down, and even compare them to old moments that were previously unnoticed. Every small movement seems to have a hidden meaning. The way a hand moves, the direction of a gaze, even a micro-expression lasting only a fraction of a second. All of these become the subject of endless, lengthy discussions. This phenomenon demonstrates how the modern public is no longer merely a passive audience. They have become analysts, detectives, and even narrators, creating their own storylines. When official information is scarce, the collective imagination takes over. And in many cases, the narratives the public constructs seem more vivid than the actual facts. That's the power of today's digital culture. Reality can be shaped by shared perceptions. Some have also begun to discuss the possibility that the closeness has existed for a long time without the public knowing. Theories have emerged, ranging from allegations of a long-standing friendship developing into something deeper, to speculation that they have been deliberately keeping their privacy. Each theory has its own supporters, creating a debate that continues to heat up on various social platforms. Interestingly, amidst the frenzy of speculation, there are also calmer voices. They remind that whatever the truth, both parties still have a right to personal space. But it is precisely this balance between curiosity and respect that makes this situation feel different. The public wants to know, but also doesn't want to ruin something that could be beautiful. As time passes, the intensity of the conversation may fluctuate, but the initial impression of that moment is already firmly ingrained. In the world of entertainment, emotional impressions often outlast factual news. People may forget the details of an event, but they will remember the feelings they felt upon first seeing it: surprise, curiosity, and perhaps even hope. And perhaps that's where the real power lies, not in the known facts, but in the emotions felt. Because when people believe they saw something special, the story lives on, even without confirmation. Now the question is upon us all: was what we saw just a coincidence, or was it a glimpse of a connection that had been hidden for so long? One thing is for sure, the internet will probably forget a lot of other things soon. But this moment, it looks like it will be talked about for a long time to come.